Hello and welcome to the December 7th, 2020 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Mrs. Gibson, you're going to be leading the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I'd like to start with roll call.
Brian Dobb,
Present.
Becky Gibson,
Present.
David Nettie,
Present.
Jim Barrett.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Start off with new business. We have some transfers. If you want to take them individually or a group, that's up to you guys. You tell me how you'd like to proceed.
Take A through K, please.
We have a motion to take A through K for transfers.
Second.
We have a second. Roll call vote.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nettie,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb.
Yes.
Okay, on down to letter L. We are not going to do L. When we found a mistake on both sides, we missed it before the packets went out, so we're going to hold off on that till we get that fixed at this time. We'll do it the next meeting.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
should we approve minutes?
Oh, thank you, Dave. I completely apologize. Everyone has the minutes from the November 16th, 2020 meeting and the executive session on November 24th, 2020. Are there any additions or corrections to that?
Motion to approve.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
David Nettie,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson.
Yes.
Okay, thanks again, Dave. I got ahead of myself. I apologize. On down to item M, approval of the transfer station union contract. Everyone had a chance to review the red line. Is there any questions on that?
There's some typographical errors I've noticed in this resolution 53. In fact, there was in all three of them.
We're at, Dave.
Well, if you want, you're not considering L, but that's 52. In the first paragraph, all the contract or all the resolutions refer to the street, garage, sanitation, and parks department. And in resolution 52, for example, that deals with the EMS contract. So it would have been in the first paragraph, starting in line 2 at the very end and going into line 3. See where I'm at? Instead of the word street, garage, sanitation, parks department, it should be EMS there. And then in the next paragraph, it's actually a 4-year contract. Well, and it should be January 2021 through December 31st of 24. That's 4 years, not 3. So that's in 52, and then in 53, the similar problems. This deals with the transfer station. Again, it's in paragraph 1, starting on line 3 at the very end. Delete street, garage, sanitation, and parks department. It should insert transfer station there. And then in the very bottom, second paragraph, line 4 at the end, it should be 4 years, not 3. And then finally in resolution 54, that's okay in paragraph 1 because it is the street, garage, sanitation, and parks department. But then in the second paragraph, it says 3 years. It's actually beginning February 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 24. That's actually 3 years, 11 months. So I don't know.
It might have went to, I gotta look at the date on COVID. I didn't look at the date on COVID.
Do we have sufficient time to redo this and vote on next meeting?
Yes.
I suggest we do that.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Dave, I'll get with you and look at these when we're done, because I don't see the first one you're talking about, but
Are you talking about the EMS one, 20-52?
yeah. So we'll get together afterwards and look at that, because I didn't see that.
Okay. There's just a couple minor little things, but
Okay, we'll move those contracts to the next meeting. If you have any other questions, please get with me. Okay, let's move on down to department matters. Brad?
Hey, I got a few personnel issues. I think most of you have heard Tom Creech is retiring in 3 days.
No, hadn't heard that.
Neither have I.
Tom Creech is retiring in 3 days. And he'll have about 25 years in. So congratulations and good wishes to Tom. But we want to move Anthony Hood from the street department to take over Tom's spot. We've got Steve down there. He doesn't want to move up. And he's not going to be there too many more years. So I want you to give me permission to move Anthony Hood to the transfer station.
I make a motion to accept Brad's recommendation.
Have a
I'll
motion
second.
by Jim and a second by Brian. Roll call vote, please.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty.
Yes.
Okay. So that works out pretty nice. We've been trying to get I've been working towards getting the garage back down to 2 mechanics. So making this move will allow us to do that. So we'll basically have one less employee in the street department.
Yeah, your notes on the agenda says new hire for transfer station. Is that what you're talking about? The moving? You're not talking about hiring someone off the street?
Anthony Hood is in the street department.
I meant when I say off the street, I meant from the public.
Yeah, we're not going to hire anybody in the street department to replace Anthony, who is going to the transfer station.
Okay.
We good? And then the next thing, we also have a retirement at the utilities. John McKinney will be retiring the end of January after 21 years. And we're also losing one of our new younger guys who's going to be finished at the end of next week. Because of other absences that I have at the utilities because of surgeries, etc., health conditions, we're about 5 people short. So I need to get 2 people hired just as quick as I can. I've been interviewing people. I kind of got my sights set on a couple, but we're taking applications till the end of the week. And we'll see who else puts in, but I need to hire a couple people by the end of the week so that I can get them to work, or else we're going to be shorthanded about the middle of next week because of other absences and vacations and things that are going on.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call vote, please.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett.
Yes.
I've got a furnace I got to get replaced that's on its last legs at the street department. I've managed to get 2 people to come in and quote it. And the cheaper of those 2 quotes came from Hudson Mechanical for $2,850. So I'm asking for permission to get a old furnace replaced with a new one.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. I didn't hear. Dave, did you do the motion? I think Rebecca did
Yes.
the second. Roll call vote, please.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else, Brad?
No, I think that's it for me. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Scott, where's he at? John, you got Scott over there? Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Things haven't run as efficient, I don't think, as planned, and we're lacking in a few areas, so I went to the mayor and discussed how we could possibly make this happen, and so we tooled with the budget a little bit and moved some money around and come up with a way to replace the vacancy in the assistant chief's office without having to raise the budget at all. So at this time, I would be asking the board's approval to promote Nate Stevens to assistant chief. Nate's been on 7 years and has many certifications and would help me out tremendously in the chief's office, especially in the training area. Nate is very good at training. So, does anyone have any questions about that?
I'll make a motion to approve the chief's request.
We have a motion from Jim.
Second.
And a second from Brian. Roll call vote, please.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you. Scott?
I also have Hunter. Can Hunter come in here?
Congratulations to Nate.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you guys for this opportunity. Scott's been doing great, and I'm excited to be on board with Scott to continue to improve the fire department. So thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, due to the promotion of Nate, that creates a vacancy for a firefighter on the department. This is Hunter Miller. Hunter went through our process, completed the agility test, the written test, and all the requirements to be hired on the fire department, and also passed all the requirements of public safety medical. So he's good to go if the board so approves to replace Nate with Hunter.
I move that we approve the recommendation.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Not sure who got that first. Roll call vote.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Anything else, Scott?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I'll be down there in a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bolos.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We got 2 items. We've recently had one of our patrol vehicles go down and the motor seized up, so we need to replace it. And we've located one up in Chicago. It's a 2014 Dodge Charger for $12,795, and they're currently holding it for us pending approval from the Board of Works.
Need a
Is
motion
this all
to approve?
equipped?
It's all equipped other than the overhead, but we have, we think, a overhead we can put on it from our stockpile.
Hey, Chief, do we have any mechanical guarantees on that?
No, it is what it is. We've purchased other vehicles from Chicago Motors, and for the most part, they've turned out to be pretty reliable. It's only got 60,000 miles on it.
I moved we replace the Crown Vic with this Dodge Charger.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett.
Yes.
Anything
Okay.
else, Randy?
Yeah, I got one other item. Any of you who've been to our basement in one of our storage rooms, it's overflowing from many, many years of vehicle parts that they're for Crown Vic, so they're pretty much obsolete. We've actually tried to sell some of those parts to possibly people that other departments that might have Crown Vics, and we had no takers. The Crown Vics are obsolete, so we're asking permission to clear out the basement and get rid of we've got old canine transport cages specifically for Crown Vics, prisoner transports, console parts and whatnot, just Crown Vic vehicle parts we're asking to dispose of.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, Brandy?
That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. Catherine, you're up.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Aye.
Hello.
The first thing I wanted to ask permission for was to purchase new banquet chairs for the Miller Center. That's the quote that you have for $8,173.52. We did order 4 samples, and then we took a look. I think you got those as well. We took a look at all of those and decided on this one for its durability, and it's stackable. It's also black with a gray frame if this came through black and white for you. We're definitely going for a more neutral look at the Miller building just to make it better for the events that we have here. And I do have that in my budget to purchase those before the end of the year.
Motion to approve Catherine's request.
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
David Nutty,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Dobb,
Yes.
Becky Gibson.
Yes.
Okay, Catherine.
The second thing I wanted approval for was a contract, for us to enter into a contract with Rundle Ernstberger Associates. They go by REA. They have been recommended to us by Purdue Extension and the Purdue landscape architecture professor we've been working with on 2nd Street Park. This proposal is for the initial engineering of the park. It includes some soil testing, a topo, and then their fees to get us to a usable design and concept. The cost of this, I got a grant thanks to the UEA for $13,470. And then Discover Connersville is also contributing $2,200. So none of that amount will come out of the park budget. That's how it will be paid for. And this will allow us to get going in 2021 with next steps for 2nd Street Park.
Motion to approve Catherine's request.
I got a question before we approve, if you don't mind. Catherine, what's the Outlook platform for allowing access to trains in the park? Would that be?
Where are you at? Is that in? Are you
page
looking at
2? page 2, the second part of line 7, the second line, it says an outlook platform for allowing access to trains that may be located adjacent to the park. I mean, wouldn't an outlook platform be a little bit hazardous there for people to, it seems like that's something that wouldn't happen.
They're talking about a piece of play equipment, that the play equipment would include some type of structure, obviously a safe structure, that kids could stand on if there was a train coming or going, that they could see it. That's what they're talking.
I just read it as it might be, 12, 15 feet high to access the top of the trains. That's what I had a question about that. Okay, sorry. Thanks.
That's okay.
Okay, we have a motion from Jim.
I'll second.
I have a second from Brian. Roll call vote, please.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Daub,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nutty.
Yes.
Anything else, Catherine?
I actually had one more thing. I kind of lucked into a dump truck on Friday that's going to cost me quite a bit less than my $30,000. Wanted to get your general permission to go ahead with the remainder of that budget and look for something to replace our Expedition. That's the vehicle that I drive, that you have to roll the window down to open the door to get out. Has some problems. We would move that over to the shop and let our seasonal kids drive that during the summertime. It'd be great for them. I would not personally drive it out of town, but wanted to get your permission to use the remainder of that budget toward that vehicle, since the dump truck is going to get taken care of.
Catherine, does that dump truck, does it have a snow plow on it? Maybe a salt box too? It does. You know how much is left over? I mean, what difference you looking at for the?
Well, it depends. It needs its engine replaced, so it's going to depend on the cost of the engine. I'm thinking I should have at least around $15,000 left. And I'm sure we could find something that was less than 15 for me and Dennis to share. So Dennis Ellis and I to share.
So it won't be for available. It won't be available for immediate use. Is that what you're saying? The dump truck?
Yeah, it's got the mechanics are going to have to replace the engine, and then it will be available.
Is it diesel or gas?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I'd kind of like to know. I mean, just mainly for the engine size, you know what I mean? Because you could be looking at several $1,000s difference. I don't know if 15 would buy you a new engine for a diesel.
The prices that the mechanics were giving me were 7 or less. So.
Okay.
Well,
Can they get that operational?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was just saying the mechanics would know. So I think that's probably a good cost.
Sure.
But would we be able to get it operational for this year still?
That would depend on the mechanics schedule. I hope so.
Brad, they give you a timeline?
We have to Brad.
If we can find a motor for a used motor for it, I think they can get one in it pretty quick. If we have to shop around to order a new one, that's going to take a little more time, but they seem to think that we can find a used one for it pretty easy.
Do you remember if it was gas or diesel?
No, that was your truck. I wasn't thinking about it that much. I can't remember. I'm like Brian. I'm assuming it was a gas engine because of what we thought we could replace it for.
They had the mechanics go look at it, Brian. So they went up and looked at it to make sure.
And we've already approved up to 30,000 anyway. So I would approve her request.
So what we're approving is an additional vehicle for less than $15,000.
Yeah, to not to exceed the 30,000 we approved, correct?
Yes.
Correct. So we have a motion, and did I hear a second? Dave, you second?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, Brian. Roll call vote, please.
Brian Daub,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nettie,
Yes.
Jim Barrett.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Catherine?
I will not be at the next meeting. I'll be on vacation. So if you have any questions about my report, feel free to call.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. I have one thing to add for Jaleesa. She's not here on the call today. She's gonna be at council tonight. I need to add permission to apply for a grant from the foundation for the lights. So we were able to apply for a grant for the lights downtown, but we need to get your approval to do so.
Make the motion too.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a motion for Brian. I think, Jim, do you second that?
Yes.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nettie,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Thank you. Move on down to old business. Is there any old business? Any miscellaneous business?
Yes. My second deputy, Sandy McQuinley, will be retiring January 8th, and I have hired her replacement. Keisha Jackson is already in here, starting to work with Sandy, so it'll be a smooth transition.
Good deal.
Good.
Anybody else? Okay, claims, Rosemary.
The city claims is $366,691.27. Payroll claims is $577,344.47. And utilities is $1,088,718.08.
Okay, any motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
And a second from Dave. Roll call vote, please.
David Nettie,
Yes.
Jim Barrett,
Yes.
Brian Daub,
Yes.
Becky Gibson.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
Public forum?
Public forum.
We
Public
can't do a public forum on Zoom.
Well, there could have been somebody here come for it, even though it's a scheduled meeting. But
We
there's
haven't done any Zoom meeting, but we can. Is there? I don't know if anyone's there. I can't see.
only their two families is over there, but you still have to ask for it because they could show up.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
I need a motion to adjourn.
Nope.
Motion
So
to
moved.
adjourn.
Yeah.
Second.
Motion is second. Roll call vote. You threw
Jim
me
Barrett.
off, Rosemary.
Yes.
Brian Daub,
Yes.
Becky Gibson,
Yes.
David Nettie.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Be safe, everyone.